Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so I'm sitting in front of the computer. There's a comment and a question from Mark P. Let me give you a bit of the backstory. Okay, so he has just gotten a Batgirl, a BLNR on the Jubilee bracelet. Yet, he's really into the idea of getting a 16710. That's a pre-ceramic GMT Master 2. So, he must live in Britain because he doesn't have the card. The card is still with the AD, which, if you're looking to keep the watch and you're not interested in flipping it, I think that's fine. I wouldn't have a problem if the AD said, I'm going to have to keep this card to make sure you don't flip it. As long as I didn't have any intention to flip it, if I wanted to keep it, I'd say, go ahead, I'll get it next year, no problem. But anyway, here's his question, all right? He says, actually, Austin, some advice. Would you put the Batgirl, not sure I like the name. Yeah, I don't like the name either, but it's okay. It's all right. Would you put the Batgirl away in the safe, get the card next year, and look at options, possibly to get my 16710, that GMT Master 2 pre-ceramic, or wear it and enjoy it for the year and then make a call next year knowing that it's worn? If I choose to sell, I would obviously get less, but on the other hand, I may just relax and enjoy the watch for the beauty it is and keep it. Thanks. Okay, well, interesting question, and that's quite a dilemma. Now, in yesterday's video, link in the description, at the end of that video, I said what I think is probably my favorite part of that video. I said, you can get a watch to wear or you can get a watch to hoard. And I think Mark needs to decide, does he want to wear that watch or does he want to hoard the watch? Now, if he wants to wear the watch, it's going to have to become his watch. He's probably wise to put the idea of a 16710 out of his mind, enjoy the fact that he's got a new ceramic Batgirl with all the, new bells and whistles inside and the up-to-date movement and pretty much what's essentially the hottest model on the planet right now, up there with the Daytona. And just enjoy it and just, enjoy it. Don't worry about trying to have it retain its value. You don't want to abuse it, but you want it to become your watch, okay? That's if he decides to wear it, okay? If he decides to hoard it, well, he's going to have to decide to hoard it, and he's, like he says, going to have to put it in the safe. Now, a lot of people would say that you could do both. You just wear it lightly. Now, in my experience, I'm an all-or-nothing guy, meaning I like to wear a watch and enjoy it and not think about the potential value. And if he wears it, he's going to have to sort of forget about what's going on the gray market, on the secondhand market. He's best to just sort of forget about that nonsense, okay, and just enjoy the watch. Or again, being an all-or-nothing guy, hoard the watch and enjoy it. You can enjoy a hoarded watch. Can you do both? I guess you can, but the Buddha says, the man who reads and eats does neither. All right, and what that means is that you can eat or you can read, but if you're doing both at the same time, you can't fully do both. And so I think Mark needs to decide, does he want to wear that watch? If so, forget about what's going on in the secondhand market. You enjoy it, you wear it. If it gets a ding, so what? It's just your watch, and it's a great watch to have a daily wear. Or do you want to hoard it? And if you want to hoard it, put it in the safe, and next year you can think about it. But you're probably, if you want to try to wear it lightly, if you're me, you're not going to really fully enjoy it because you're going to be thinking about next year, am I going to try to sell it once I get the card? What would I do? That's ultimately his decision. That's his decision. But What I would do is I would ask himself, um, do you want the 16710 more? And if the answer is yes, then he has to get that watch. Um, if he's happy with the 116710, the BLNR that he's got, which it doesn't feel like he is, then if he's happy with that, well, of course he's just got to go there and forget about the 16710. Of course he can add that later, sure, but it seems like he's thinking about sticking it in the safe, getting those the papers, or the card, I should say, and then flipping it. The fact of the matter now is the best time to flip that watch. I mean, it's going for 22,000 here in Japan, and if you were to come to Japan, you could probably make 8,000 on that watch. But of course, you don't have the card. So, what would I do? Well, I would take the harder road, which means I probably would save the watch. I'd keep it in the safe. I know, um, and hope the prices don't drop until next year. I would sell it, and I would try to get the 16710. But that's fraught with danger, because can you get as good an example of a 16710 as that unpolished minty new piece that he has? There's some people that it's just a no-brainer. They would go with the new watch. They like it more, but I don't. I like the pre-ceramics more. And buying a pre-ceramic is tough, because finding an unpolished piece is tough. If he's okay with a non-polished piece, or sorry, unpolished piece, or a polished piece, I should say, then I think that could be a little easier. But if he's expecting to sell it, he's got to hope the market doesn't drop. I don't think it will. I think he'll still be able to make a buck next year. Might not make as much, though. But you got to look at, are you going to be able to make the same quality 16710 happen? And that's tough. And so if you like them about the same, I might consider just trying to be happy with that watch. I mean, it's crazy talking about trying to be happy with one of the hottest models. But look, you want what you want. And if you want a 16710, you want a 16170. So what I'm also might consider doing is just holding on to it, okay? And wearing it, and making it your watch, and then down the road just adding a 16710. And you have two. You have a pre-ceramic and a ceramic. It's a tough question, all right? And what would you guys do if you were him? I mean, really, ultimately, this is something that he needs to decide. He needs to think about, is this BLNR going to satisfy his urges, his GMT, urges, or does he want the 16710 so much that this is not going to satisfy? Interesting question, and the fact that he doesn't have his card limits him, because if he had that card, then he could flip it, probably make 8,000, and you're talking a 16710 for $2,000. Who cares if it's polished or unpolished at that price? And you have what you want. Oh, it's a tough question. What should Mark do? Sorry, Mark, I can't give you a definitive answer, but this is something you need to decide. But I think ultimately you need to decide, do you want to wear it, or do you want to hoard it? Is it going to be a hoarding watch, or is it going to be a wearing watch? And whether you choose, I would commit to that. The man who eats and reads does neither. You need to choose one and do it. Let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.